Let's bring in Brad Bishop of the Souhegan Sabres. You guys were in agreement that this undefeated start, no fluke. Coach, congratulations on the unbeaten streak to begin the year. Your club 4-0, the latest win, a road win, 13-8 at Hanover. What has been the success in your mind, and is your club a legit contender in Division I this year?
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I think we started strong. We beat Exeter and Hanover in our first 4 games. Those two teams came through the Final Four of last year. So that's good for our program. Some people say that they're a little young, both those programs, the rebuilding. I still think they're top D1 programs. They always bounce kids into spots, and they will get stronger as the year goes on. So I think those are good wins for us.
Okay, Coach, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
One of the we talked about your name came up a few times in the show today. I called you the hardest working coach out there because I did see you in the corner scouting us versus Londonderry the other day. You might have been trying to hide, but we saw you out there. And then we also talked about how you also helped out at Keene State early on. You were giving up big goals, but it seems like you got, when I say big goals in big numbers. But it seems like you got that defense playing well. We had Rob Hart on, and he was certainly shouting out your praises. But we were talking about scheduling. Coach Hetler didn't have a chance to get Goffstown on the schedule. Your schedule, you guys play Central twice. Who controls your schedule? Is it you or the AD, or is it just kind of what you're given?
Well, last year we had a little bit more control over trying to get out of state games, and we had Foxborough last year. We tried to get them again, but they ended up not having room for us because they picked up Falmouth, Maine. So we kind of left it open to the AD and myself to try to get our schedule to be where we want it. We want like 17 games, and we want to double up on Londonderry, Exeter, Pinkerton, BGs, and those types of schools, because I think playing the tougher schedule is only going to help us later in the year, playoff time. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out. Our schedule came out, and we only had, I think, 15 games. So we were kind of scrambled to get in a couple extra games, and Central was open for a second one. I mean, I know a lot of people don't think that's probably the right move to do, but I think having extra games better than having one less game. So,
Brad Bishop, our guest. The Bishop is, Souhegan, 4-0, and looking pretty good, at least so far, in the schedule. What did you see from your club yesterday in that win over Hanover that maybe you hadn't seen early on in the season before yesterday?
Yeah. Everyone knows that who's ever made that trip up to Hanover. It's a long ride, and we normally take a coach bus. We didn't have it yesterday, so we had 2 yellow buses travel up there, and it's a long 2-hour trip. So we got off the bus, tried to get focused. We came out really flat. They went up on us, I think 2 or 3-0 right away, and we had to settle down and try to get our legs in us. So coming out of halftime, we were down 6-4, and we had a great second half. We won the second half 9-2, so we ended up winning 13-8. Alex Burnley played incredible in the second half, total night and day. Like for the first half, there was a couple shots where we were hoping to make those saves, and then second half, I don't know what he did, but he had a great second half. He actually had a 80-yard assist to Joe Nutting. It was awesome.
I read that in the paper. Was that just like a Gilman? Was it a cheap, or did he put it on the line to him?
Yeah, we were man down, and he made a huge save on a one-on-one, and then he ran out of the cage, and hacked up, picked up a ground ball after he lost it, and we were just trying to get it downfield, and we just told him to send it, and he launched it down there, and Joe Nutting jumped up and caught it and dunked it.
Nice.
Wow.
Coach, I saw your box score too, and I don't think it's any secret that you guys have a little younger of a midfield than you're used to or may want. Who surprised you yesterday? I saw some names in the box score yesterday that may not necessarily show up. Not the Nuttings and the Crays and those guys. Who showed up for you yesterday that got in the score sheet?
Yeah, through our midfield. Our midfield, we're kind of nervous about that spot for at the beginning of the year, but Zach Bossy and Trevor Barrett are just doing a great job getting us points. So Trevor Barrett's played in 3 games, so he's played against Exeter, Hanover, and South, and he has like 19 goals already.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a big. That's if he can start coming on for you, that's going to be huge for your offense. It's going to take some pressure off of Nutting and Cray on the attack and make teams press out a little bit more against your midfield and open things up.
Yeah, he's done a a great job. He's a teammate, the leader, he's a captain, so he's doing a great job. He's having a great year.
And how's the evolution? How's Vitten been doing in the face-off circle for you guys?
So Vin played against Penna over at Exeter the first day. I thought he did great. Penna's going to Denver for a reason. He's very good at his job. So Vin went out there and he had a chip on his shoulder and he fought and battled, and I think he went 9 for 21 against Penna, which is great for him. He ended up getting hurt and settled, and he's been out for about a week and a half, so he'll be back next week for us. So it'll be good to have. We had to have Joe Nutting take face-off yesterday against Hanover, but he did great. He's good. Him and Foster split the face-offs.
Again, our guest is Brad Bishop, the head coach of the Souhegan boys. They will take on Manchester Central in their next game out, which is, of course, tomorrow. Coach, some of the areas of improvement that you've seen for your team, what areas can they get better in between now and the end of the regular season?
We did a lot of running and conditioning early in the year, and I made it clear that we're not as deep as everyone else. So our top 10, 12 guys need to be conditioned and ready to go. So I think we're good there. I think we're ready to play a full 48 minutes. Our stick doesn't call off on stuff, and definitely our rides and clears we need to get cleaned up a little bit more.
Coach, we talked a little bit about your schedule in the beginning, how maybe it wasn't necessarily what you want, but you do have a brutal seven-day stretch coming up in early May. You play Londonderry twice, you've got Nashua North, and you got Pinkerton all in a row, and then the following week you get Salem and then Bedford. How are you guys approaching that down the road? You talked a little bit about conditioning. What's that going to be like playing Londonderry twice within 5 days? You've got Pinkerton. Luckily, you've got most of these games at home. I mean, how are you approaching that sort of stretch there? That looks like it could be a pivotal week for you guys.
Yeah, we prepared really well. The kids did a great job of just doing the running and not complaining about it and understanding that it's just part of the game. And we're trying to play fast, and sometimes we might not be able to play fast against better teams. We might slow it down to give our 12 guys the rest. So I think they're going to be prepared for that. Play physically. I think confidence-wise, we'll be strong. I think by the time we get to that stretch, we're looking at 7 or 8 wins. So I think we'll be confident. We'll be feeling pretty good about ourselves. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, we look forward to talking to you again down the road, Brad. Good luck this week. Good luck in the week after, I suppose. That's really the big week of the season. We appreciate the time this morning.
All right. Thanks a lot.